Well, first and foremost, I'd just like to, thank the organization for letting me come on board. And as for expectations, every year you want to be the best you can. And, right now, this is all new to me, so it's going to take a little while to get used to. But, this is a time for me that I feel that's right for change and whatnot. So it's an exciting time of the year.
Great. Jordin, can you talk a little bit about the process of how you came to be a Red Wing? I mean, were you considering other teams and such?
Well, it happened pretty quick. I mean, July 1st, I was talking to a few other teams, and then Detroit came over the top, and obviously, it was just a right fit for me to come in here and play the role that I play. I know the organization, as we played against them over the years many times, and I think the biggest thing was staying in the Western Conference was a big part of it.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, I think just the style of play, and it's more fitting for me. I think at the same time, this is an organization that has been very successful in the past, and I feel that it's just a right fit for me overall, and a great opportunity.
The fact that also, this is a team that was looking for somebody with your qualities, a kind of an agitator, a physical guy in the fourth line. Did you see that as being, the ideal fit?
Well, yeah, I think, obviously, playing against them, they know what kind of role I played, and they know me very well. And bottom line is my foundation is being a physical presence out there, crashing and bang. But at the same time, I know I could play in different situations, and I think for me, it's earning those situations and knowing that if you come to work every day and work hard, good things happen. And I think over the last year and a half, everything's just been really falling into place for me. And I feel that I'm in the prime of my career, and this is the place where I feel that we're going to win a Stanley Cup.
Career high in assists last year. Tell us about perpetuating that. What was going on last year in Nashville? Was it guys around you too, or you concentrating on different things? Or
well, I think first and foremost, when you look after yourself, both mentally and physically, everything falls into place. And for me personally, I've been through a few issues, and been living a healthy lifestyle, and I think that just kind of falls into place. And when those things are looked after away from the game, I think it really falls into how you play. And I've realized that, and now, like I said, I feel very comfortable in my own skin, and the game just slowed down a second slower for me, and I think that's really helped me.
What are you looking forward to most about being in Detroit?
Well, it's an original six team, and the history that's gone on here is just you can go down the list. And I think for me, I'm just going to be me and come to work every day, and I want to win a Stanley Cup, and I feel that the opportunity here is as best as you're going to get in the league. So it's one day at a time, and enjoy every moment.
Jordin, you talked about the issues. You feel comfortable now that it's all behind you, and that you have moved in the right direction, and everything's looking good for you going forward here.
Yeah, when you have great people around you, great support system. I've already experienced that here in Detroit. Everyone's been very welcoming, and it's a one big family, and I'm very excited about it, and it's one day at a time. And for me, I'm looking forward to the challenges that lie ahead. We don't know what those are, but when you have a great group of guys, and I know in the dressing room here, I played against a lot of these guys in the past, and I've heard nothing but great words about them.
Who have you heard from your teammates?
Henrik Zetterberg called me shortly after I signed and welcomed me to our organization. I've been up in Nunavut, so we don't really have any communication up there. It's a little too far north, but I've known Darren Helm for a number of years now, so it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. Like I said before, this is a whole new experience for me, and what's gone on in the past is over and done with, and all I can look forward is to tomorrow.
Do you like the potential for really blossoming as an offensive player too? I mean, that they like their players in here to, be good at both ends, and everybody to chip in, whether you're on second, third, or fourth line. That there's an opportunity for you to grow as a player too.
Yeah, I think it's this. Like I said, I feel that this is. I'm in the prime of my career, and when you have great people around you that are willing to teach you, anything's possible. So for me, I'm really looking forward to these challenges, and like I said before, I know that I'm going to have to earn every little bit, and that's part of my DNA is working for everything, and I'm going to do that.
You mentioned your hometown. Is that where exactly is it? That north of Manitoba?
Yeah, it's Rankin and Nunavut. It's located right along the Hudson Bay, straight north of Winnipeg. I don't know how far, but it's up there. Lots of ice and snow and no trees, so I think I'm going to be used to the weather here in Detroit. So I went home a couple weeks ago, and we were still ice fishing. So
yeah, it's not exactly the southern part of Hudson Bay either, is it?
No, it's quite a ways up there. I mean, to me, home, that's I'm never going to forget my roots. I love my culture and traditions, and that's where I grew up, and that's where home is for me.
Do you spend? How much time do you spend there in the off-season?
Usually about 3 weeks in the springtime, depending on how things go in playoffs and whatnot. But yeah, I get home every off season and spend time with the family and close friends.
I'm curious, after July 1st, after you signed here, did you make any phone calls to a certain Mr. Suter to urge him to come join here? No.
Jordin, do you put any more pressure on yourself being the first Inuit player in the game?
Well, for me, pressure is like constructive criticism. I take that and I use that as a driving tool. As for putting more pressure on myself, no. I look at it as first of many more. I'm just paving the way for young Inuit kids and First Nations, Aboriginal kids, and I've been through a lot, and I just want people out there to know that anything's possible. The sky's the limit. This world is a tough world to live in, but like I said before, when you have a great support system, it makes it that much more easier.
What was your family's reaction when you got traded to Detroit? Or, I mean, not traded, but signed to Detroit.
Well, I mean, everyone is happy. For me, I'm just honored to be with an organization that has a lot of history, and that they believe in me for the next 3 years is a great honor, and I'm proud to be in the NHL. It's the toughest league to be in, and every off season you want to become bigger, stronger, and faster, and that's what I do.
Do you take pride in being a player that a lot of teams hate, or teams as fans hate to play against, to see you against them?
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of teams know my style, and you know, I think it's just in my blood. You know, I mean, I'm a guy who gets out there and works. So, you know, I love my teammates. I play for them, and you know, my ultimate goal is winning, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. And you know, I'm fortunate to have that little spark in me that drives teams nuts, and you know, I think it's going to be a great fit here.
Jordin, I think the fans like to look a little bit behind the scenes. Can you just tell us about sort of the rudimentary thing you're going through now? You've been in town for a few days. Are you looking for a home? What, are you going to stay in town now for the season, or what goes on with that?
I think it's a quick trip here. You know, obviously I want to get familiar with our surroundings, and yeah, you know, I'm definitely looking for a place to live in. And today is going to be a busy day, so you know, for me, like I said, this whole experience has just been unbelievable, and it's all new to me. So I'm glad that there are people out there that are able to help me today and in the next couple of days. So,
how do you gauge the fan reaction to Detroit's been? Have they been supportive?
Absolutely. I mean, the fan base that the Red Wings have is second to none. I mean, anywhere out on the road, there's fans everywhere. So it's yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm soaking it all in too. So I don't know really exactly, you know, what the fan base is until I experience it. So it's exciting.
Well, you know they really like players like you, right? Going back to when I was a kid, Bugsy Watson and people like that, guys who get out there right up to Dallas Drake, you know, sandpaper guys. Are you aware of that, Detroit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, you look at guys like Chris Draper and Kurt Malpe, and you know, those kinds of guys. They've been around here many years. I played against them, and you know, I think their fan base is pretty strong here. But you know, for me, it's I'm just Jordin Tootoo, and I'm just another guy who's trying to make a living, and you know, I love doing what I do, and I'm gonna make every bit count.